So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
So the offense readies for a 2nd and 4. Play action. Now Kaepernick. And Austin Seferian-Jenkins has it. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
Well, I don't mean to jump in on you, partner, but they didn't waste any time getting downfield, did they? I mean, a nice big play there.
3 plays, 3 successful plays in plus territory. Now this defense on its heels a bit.
It seems like they had something targeted.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Perry Riley coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. Kaepernick to throw on 2nd down. And that'll be incomplete. He was looking for Quincy Enunwa that time, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Well, they're slinging it, and then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Here's Matt Forte with his first carry. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Now the Jets will call on a field goal unit here. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. And this one is right through. And the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0. So it's our visitors who make on the initial drive of the ball game.
Yeah, it's hard to say who actually won that opening drive. On the one hand, anytime you come in as a road team and get an early lead, you're going to be thrilled. But at the same time, to have the ball as deep in enemy territory as they did and come away with only 3, that's got to be a little bit of a disappointment.
Here's Marshawn Lynch. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. 2nd down, offense behind the sticks here. 2nd and 13. Carr now to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Cook. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
On the handoff, Lynch. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. Now Carr pushing his way through. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well. And he's got it.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. Back to the ground, Lynch. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. And the offense moving in the wrong direction here now as they face a 2nd and 12. They'll run again with Lynch. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. He'll wind up getting 11 on that one. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
Look, the first down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation, which usually means throw the football. In this case, they went against the tendency and ran it, and boy, the reward was there. A big, big pickup, and guess what? It's now 3rd and very short in order to try and pick up a first down.
Carr going to throw. Throw left side complete. It's Lynch. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. Here's a give to Lynch. He fights forward for a couple with a penalty flag down. And the linemen, they're already walking back. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
Shotgun now for Carr. Escaping the pressure right. His throw caught right around the 6. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Michael Crabtree from 21 yards away. And the Raiders have taken the early lead. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one taken from the 7. Now the Jets offense about set to take over as they head onto the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Throwing on first down is Kaepernick. Buying time to his left. His throw incomplete. He was trying to get it to Jermaine Kearse. That'll bring up second down. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
Second down following the incompletion. Kaepernick now to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 14 yards is the pickup there, and a Jet first down. Curse goes in motion right. Now they try the right side here. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. A well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different play because that one just meshed perfectly for the defense. All the gaps were filled except for the one the offense really wanted to run through, and that was filled by a big man wanting to make a tackle.
And he made a great tackle. Now Kaepernick throwing on second down. And the Raiders have got him. Khalil Mack coming in from that outside linebacker spot to bury him for a loss of 7. Here's third and long. Kaepernick needing a big play to counteract the sack.
Let's go!
Here's Kaepernick. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Mario Edwards in there to drop him, and back-to-back sacks now bring up 4th and long. Now here's Shane Leckler on to punt it away to his longtime team, the Raiders. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Left side, and he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
And frankly, Brandon, we're talking about things I'm not sure we ever thought we'd talk about in the NFL, and a lot of that is the speed at the linebacker position. A lot of these guys in college, they were safeties. They moved them up to outside linebacker to combat the spread offenses, and now we're seeing it in the NFL. Those same guys using their speed to make plays in the backfield, similar to that one.
On 3rd down, they go Lynch. And he will fight his way forward to about the 23-yard line. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. And now out come the Jets. The last couple of drives have ended in punts. Maybe the crowd minds that, but you're a defensive guy. You're okay with a couple of punt drives.
Listen, I'm the guy that loves a 0-0 pitch game. All right, in baseball, I can handle that going into the 7th inning. I think the crowd, though, they want to see a little bit more excitement. Let's see if someone can break something free on offense and get going.
Offense at a premium the last 2 drives.
Let's go.
Kaepernick now on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. And now here's a carry heading left. And now running right through it. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. But at least he was able to break that initial contact, or it could have been a loss.
Yeah, give credit to the defensive player, though. What did he do? Made him slow down, slow up his feet, and allowed the rest of the guys to get there to finish him off.
Play action. It's Kaepernick. Caught. Safarian Jenkins, right side. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
And prior to this 3rd and 2 play, we're going to get a timeout call. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Offense coming up, needing 2 yards on third down. Well, now they'll try the end around. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains. Now a play fake here on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Khalil Mack in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
To throw, Kaepernick. And the pressure gets to him again. Eddie Vanderdoes in there to get him. And this pass rush strong now. That's sacks on back-to-back plays. Here's 3rd and long. Kaepernick needing a big play to counteract the sack.
Here we go.
Working from the gun. It's Kaepernick. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A very solid gain of 27. First and 10. Here's Kaepernick. That's complete over the middle to Anderson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Toss play, Powell. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Inside the red zone, and that means don't come away from there with anything less than 3 points, but everyone's thinking about 6. They're trying to get to the end zone. They decide to run a toss. Big people up front being mobile and moving, and a running back trying to follow behind them to find yardage, and that's exactly what he did.
Meanwhile, on the NFL scoreboard, a game going on in Chicago. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
On 3rd down, that's Powell. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Oakland after this. And he tugged this one badly. It's no good. Wide left. And this score will stay right where it is. So what a let-off there. You figure that was an easy 3 points. Instead, it turns into nothing.
And from that close of range, if you start it left, your goose is cooked. And this thing, well, it never had a chance to straighten itself out.
Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. They start the drive with Lynch, and he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play, but there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker, and we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time, we do indeed a big hit for a loss. Now Carr throwing on 2nd down. To the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down.
It's funny when I go back to our pregame meeting with Amari Cooper, and we mentioned, what if they play man coverage against you? He almost seemed offended by it, didn't he?
I'll beat it. That's basically what it said, right?
I mean, the best receivers we've ever talked to and covered, when you talk about covering them with one guy, they think that's a personal affront. If they feel like if they can't just beat one defender, then they're not very good.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. And, Charles, a couple extra defensive backs in here on 3rd and 1.
Not expecting them to run it at all.
93. Get down. 29.
They'll run it. Here's Lynch. And for the moment, this will be a first down. But we have a marker on the field. Let's see if this stands. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Offense in a little bit of a bind here. 9 yards to go on 3rd down. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Throwing his car on 3rd down. And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. And New York set to take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Very tough spot here for the offense to start.
Here we go.
On 1st down, Kaepernick. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's out of bounds, up past the 15-yard line. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you can just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space.
Let's go. Try it, 38.
And he motions the wide receiver. Throwing now is Kaepernick. Wide open receiver complete. The 30, 20, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A big play there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Jets get the quick strike touchdown. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. Spins past it. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Throwing on 1st down is Carr. Over the middle, it's Jared Cook. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Throwing right, and that's complete. A really nice gain of 25 yards. And they're going to go soft on the corners. first down. Carr. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. On second down, Lynch. Lynch busting free. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it first and goal.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last two possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
First and goal here from the 9. From the gun, it's Carr. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Amari Cooper in the final seconds of the first half. And the Raiders are able to cash in for 6.
Well, someone has a sense of the dramatic here, don't they? Scoring this late in the half to take the lead going into the locker room.
Now they just don't want to misstep misfortune on the next kickoff because there's still a little bit of time left on that clock.
Yeah, you do have to bring that up, don't you? In the NFL, every play is critical. And if you give up something cheap there, all that advantage they just gained goes right out the window.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the inline. The Jets offensive unit ready to get going here. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Final shot before half for Kaepernick. And Anderson's got it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend, as we will send you eastward to Orlando and Larry Ridley. He's standing by with our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Larry. Around the NFL, second quarter in Chicago. The Patriots, they're out to an early lead. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. Crabtree with it over the middle. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Shift together here from the D-line. A 10th carry of the game for Marshawn Lynch. And at the 42-yard line here and brought down there. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Carr now on first down. Over the middle, complete. It's Cook. 30. Past the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Jared Cook. His first ever touchdown in silver and black. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. It's good, and it's 21-10. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. So here's the Jets offense now as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So the offense has it 1st and 10. This is the running back, Powell. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Again, it's Powell. Despite the strong run, he'll be hit and dropped shy of the 45. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. 2nd down following the run. Kaepernick going to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. The Jets on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. To throw is Kaepernick. A bullet throw, but incomplete. Now, before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Here's Shane Leckler now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll try to get something going with Marshawn Lynch. Evades the tackler, and now some space. And he's brought down after a good gain. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Well, plenty of credit has to go to the guy carrying the ball. He broke the tackle and gained the yardage. But that doesn't necessarily mean that the defender's bad. They're not going to make 100% of the tackles all the time. Even the best in the game will miss one occasionally. The key is not to let it snowball and miss tackle after tackle. On that play, credit to the offense, but that doesn't make the defense bad.
The first run for the backup, Abdullah. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
Not much happening there on first down.
Thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Carr to throw on 2nd down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. The Raiders on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. So out now come the Jets. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
And not great starting field position here for the offense.
Come on, let's go.
Kaepernick now on 1st down. And he slings one that's incomplete. Quincy Anoon with the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. To throw, it's Kaepernick. Anoon has got it, complete. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Kaepernick. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Got an open man, it's a noon one. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. The Jets on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Kirsch goes in motion right. On 3rd and long, it's Kaepernick. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Here's Shane Leckler now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. This is taken at the 18. Oh, and now he bowls him over. Might have needed just one more block as it stands. 37-yard return. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over. First down, the run with Lynch. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
5 yards left for the offense. It's second down. They'll keep pounding here with Lynch. And some room to roam now. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down at the 29. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Carr now on first down. This one caught left side by Cooper. That one goes for 24 yards. So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process when he came out of Alabama and was inquiring about him and his skills, they say it all began back in Miami. He really became a pro receiver at a young age because of his attention to detail and precision. But don't forget his athletic ability. That's what made that catch there.
And he did spend 1 year with Teddy Bridgewater as his quarterback there, so that helped back in high school. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. On second down, here's Carr. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Michael Crabtree, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up third down.
I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he was able to bat it away.
Here is Lynch on third and goal. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That'll make it fourth down after a loss of 1.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
And Vinatieri's kick is good. And that will get the lead up to 14. So the drive takes them inside the 10, but it ends with just 3.
And a nice job defensively to rise up and make sure they didn't get in.
This one taken from the 7. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Raiders pick it up. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. A big play there. Taking it in. And the Raiders add on to their lead. So they get the one-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This one taken from the 7. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Now the Jets offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Play clock winding down. Throwing on first down is Kaepernick. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Back now in the East Bay. It's Jet football, but they trail here as we start the 4th quarter. Fresh set of downs here.
Let's go. Flex round.
Working from the gun, it's Kaepernick. And the Raiders have got him. Mario Edwards in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of...
Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Khalil Mack in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Kaepernick now on 3rd and goal. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Here's Shane Leckler now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And this will be down just on the other side of midfield. The dive unsuccessful. The big fella can't pick it up. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point...
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe
that.
Bashed it.
Super toe.
So the offense now dealing with a 2nd and 7. Lynch running the counter. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
The Raiders on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
New York set to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
The grab made by Curse over the middle. Breaks through the contact, and they're able to get this one across the 35. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a first down. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
He was looking for a new one there, and it's second down.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only the DB's going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete, and he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first, and it's third down now. The Jets on third down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 10. Now, Kaepernick again. That's caught right side by Anderson. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. It's a gain of 5, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. Kaepernick now on first down. Room to run inside the 40. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. A good pickup there of 20 yards. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
So 5 yards remain now. Still first down.
Let's go.
Kaepernick to throw again. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Gary and Conley. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
And that stretches the lead to 27. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Jet offense now. They head out to take over. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too. Well, I guess that answers the question whether or not they want him throwing it again right away after throwing the pick six on the previous drive.
Yeah, not something conservative or underneath. Pretty big shot right there.
Get him right back in the saddle and say, go ahead and sling it, big guy.
Back to the air on second down. It's Kaepernick. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. Khalil Mack Getting him once again, his third sack of the afternoon.
Here we go. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round.
From the gun on third down, Kaepernick. Hard throw, incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. On the NFL scoreboard, fourth quarter now at Soldier Field. The Pats have moved back in front. That's a game that has been back and forth all afternoon. A win would be their second on the young season. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on fourth down. Now Kaepernick, got to have this one. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a big play that time by the Jets. 34 yards. On first and 10, here's Kaepernick. And his throw here's incomplete.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
Kaepernick will try again on second down. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
Here we go.
Again, it's Kaepernick. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Mario Edwards. Who else? He's in there for his fourth sack of the afternoon. Gotta try it here. He's back to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Khalil Mack. Who else? He's in there for his fourth sack of the afternoon. Gives to Marshawn. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
6:37.
A toss play. This is Lynch. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. The Raiders on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 6. A handoff to Abdullah. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a fourth down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this third down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
Here's Marquette King now. He's been terrific so far. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. Here's Marquette King now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Now the Jet offense about to take over as they head out onto the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right?
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Khalil Mack in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
And they're behind the sticks here a bit now, dealing with a 2nd and 12.
Here we go, Ohio!
Here's Kaepernick. And he's going to go down again. Mario Edwards in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Here's 3rd and long. Kaepernick needing a big play to counteract the sack.
Let's go!
Here's Kaepernick to throw. And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete.
He bounced up after taking a sack and took a shot downfield. I think a lot of us thought maybe he'd run draw in that situation. Instead, tried to get all back in one play.
Yeah, 3rd and long. Thought he needed the deep pass. Couldn't connect it.
Maybe he was hoping for a penalty downfield to give him the yardage they needed.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. It's a gain of 21 that time. And that's good for a Jet 1st down. Throwing now is Kaepernick. And his throw is incomplete.
That one didn't quite make it to the target, but that's not always a function of the strength of the arm of the quarterback, is it? Sometimes there's just too much pressure there. In any case, the ball doesn't arrive.
Kaepernick again here on 2nd and 10. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A big play there. Making quite a splash with his 2nd touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Jets are able to cut into this deficit. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29. And now here come the Raiders. They have the big lead here late. They protected their home turf well, didn't they?
They certainly did, partner. And just think about how good that feels, because every team has a goal when they start the year to win at home. All right, and sometimes you don't win all of them, but they managed to get that done today. Just think about your routine stays the same. Everything's familiar. You feel right going into the game, and they translated that into a win.
They did indeed. They protected the home field, and now the final stages. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week one. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season. We get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited. I could barely sleep last night. I can't imagine being a player.
So for the Raiders, that'll be a happy locker room as they start the season 1-0. And they'll have another home date next week as the Cincinnati Bengals come to town. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.S. Bank Stadium and a date with the Vikings. So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Black Hole celebrates. The Raiders are winners here as we say so long from Oakland.